ISRO has released yet another video of the rover Pragyan. The rotation of the rover was captured by lander imager camera. The rover was rotated in search of a safe route. This development comes after the Chandrayaan mission made some other stunning discoveries on the moon. Earlier, the Vikram lander's chased payload undertook a thermal behavior analysis of the moon's south pole. Additionally, the Pragyan rover also confirmed the presence of elements such as aluminum, sulfur, calcium, iron, chromium, titanium, manganese, silicon, as well as oxygen on the moon. Group Captain V.N. Jha, former Joint Director DRDO, is joining us live. Group Captain Jha, another video being accessed by us. This has been sent in. Pictures, of course, the lander from what it looks like of the rover. We got an image of this yesterday, but today a video showcasing another aspect. What do you make of it?
Absolutely fantastic. It is so soothing to the eyes, and not only to me, to almost entire India. It has taken for a surprise, because after this was posted by ISRO, many captions came that this is the image of the day of the mission. So fair enough, rover has got a beautiful camera, high resolution, and that too, it has taken the snap of the lander when it was working with its chased equipment. The drill possibly is going on, or it has already happened. And on the other side, the seismic equipment that has been ILSC, that has been doing its own job. So even that has been captured by the camera. So good. I mean, this is how it was intended to be, and this is how it is there. So compliments ISRO that it has been doing its job. Vinny.
All right, let me also bring in G. Raju, former ISRO scientist, into the broadcast. G. Raju, your first comment on this video that has been put out. What do you make of it, sir?
Yeah, I'm certainly excited, no doubt. And it has given a wonderful picture of from all the cameras, and all the cameras are working pretty well. And I'm sure that you'll also get a 3D picture very soon, because some of these cameras are deliberately mounted in a specific separate angles. And I'm waiting for looking at the 3D picture of the location. That will give you the height, altimeter, what you call the height of the terrain. And apart from the temperature, what you have just now announced, and the particles which are discovered, we are still waiting for hydrogen, of course. Once hydrogen comes, our major, I think, if I'm correct, it will be a good fuel for future launch vehicles when you plan down the line to launch from the moon surface to other planets. So it's a very interesting phase of all these discoveries together. The cameras are all working. All the rover payloads, LIPS and APXS, that is LIPS is the laser-induced equipment, where it breaks down all the possible. When you don't have this laser induction, you may not see these resonant frequencies of the particles of individual elements. Now, we have successfully found out using the LIPS and APXS, the other payload, both are on Luna, both on the Pragna. I'm sure we will have much more in the next 14 days, exciting 14 days. Certainly, the time is very short, but the amount of information is fantastic. I'm sure all of us we are waiting. Of course, apart from that, we are 2 days down the line, we have to look for the sun, Aditya L1. I will not talk about Aditya L1 now. We'll focus on the Chandrayaan 1. I'm just telling overlapping excitements. Thank you.
Group Captain Jha, your also now inference of what all we'll manage to find so far and uncover in this south pole of the moon. What has been striking for you?
Uday, the experimentation has been going on the expected line. Look, South Pole is one area where we have not ventured earlier. No other studies have been carried out here on the surface. So everything that we find, it will be a particular sort of discovery by itself. Because whatever metal or the element that we have found there, uh, that is on the expected line what even US had found there in and around the area where they had touched down, and that is around the equator of the moon. Here on the South Pole also we have found the similar thing, and only the concentration may vary. Look, this is unexplored area. This is one area where we had thought possibly there is a water in the crystal form or in the ice form. And had the water been there by now, either the alpha particle spectrometer or the laser spectroscope, either of them, they would have found the water or its elements. It has not been so. And today is the 9th day of the lunar sun there in that area. Another 5 days it will be there, either 5 days or 4 days. The study period continues there in that. And in this time, again, the rover is moving around. It will keep on taking those samples. But if in that small area, if hydrogen in the free form or in the water form is not detected, it doesn't mean that there is no water, because the US had very categorically mentioned earlier that there is water even under the surface of the moon. In the crust, down about 20 kilometers, they had expected 4 decades back that there could be water in the free form. And that is a huge amount of water there in that area. So oxygen is already been found. So that oxygen can be derived by various processes for the breathing purposes, that in case if we need so. But in case if water comes up there, it becomes much more easy, because breaking down the water into oxygen and hydrogen becomes much easier. It's an electrolysis process that can happen. And there's a plenty of sunlight for the energy or the electricity supply to happen to break down that water. So if that is able to be done, that could be done, then the oxygen will be in the free form of the breathing, and the hydrogen could be in the free form of the being used for the fuel purposes. So that is where we are looking at, and all the elements that we have found till now, it is by and large on the expected line, because we had expected that in that area, as US had also mentioned, they had also seen that there is a neon, there is a helium, hydrogen, argon, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, methane trace of it, and the trace of water vapor also. Long back, 5 decades back it was found. And then among the elements, they had told us long back that there is a huge amount of oxygen in the composite form. In the composite form, they had said that almost about 40% odd oxygen is there in that surface. Besides silicon, magnesium, iron, calcium, aluminum, chromium, titanium, manganese, and many more metals they had found out, which is in the significant amount. The initial few I have mentioned, and in the trace element that the titanium and magnesium I have mentioned, and chromium. So all these have been found there. I expect the similar results to come here in this area also, barring one small fact, that the equator where the US had touched down, where they have carried out the study, that place has been bombarded left, right, and center with the asteroids, meteorites, comets, celestial bodies. Everything has hit that area, and the dust particle in there may not be purely of the moon's origin. It could be extra-lunar origin. So, keeping that in the mind, whatever we are able to find in the South Pole region, that is a new discovery, and it will serve out the subject of science a lot in the coming days. Of course, another 4 or 5 days are there for the studies to continue. After that, both lander and the rover will shut down their system for possibly waking up on another lunar morning. That may happen after 14 days of the night period there.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.